All right. So I know you all translating, but just to kind of like get at least Nat up to speed, and we'll get Thorder up to speed whenever he pops in. So was anyone else not here last week? All Star was here. Do we have five last week? Okay, maybe Thorder was here. I don't know. For some reason, I thought we only had four. So, oh no, I guess it was Thorder and Nat. Never mind, my brain. Okay. All right. So what happened? So, um, at the start of the session, it looked like that by taking the first star gem from its location, that you release some evil creature upon the land. Could be the very Efreet that you're trying to get rid of, but regardless, you got yourself one star gem. You then decide to head towards the next uh, ancient town or city. So you headed west. On your way there, you met at least you met one of the creatures with the sandstorm that seemed like the same Gesundheit, that seemed like the same one that you dispatched in the temple, and you dispatched him as well. On As you continued, you ran into the spirit of Amun Ra, whatever, and he gave you a basically a speech, basically pleading for you to go and lift the curse that he laid down on the land. Um, this this ghost pretty much was on kind of like repeat every night. He would appear to you every night, given the same speech, and then go away. Um, as you continued, whoa! Watch your open mic there, Vic. You're getting some blowback there. She's not hearing me. I'm just hearing her walk around. I'm just going to mute her for a second. All right. So, where was I? Oh yeah, you saw the spirit Amun Ra every night. So one particular day, you ran into a group of dervishes. So these are the sand people who still worship the old gods, as opposed to the one true god that the rest of the area worships, Ra. So you met up with these guys, had a conversation. You found out that they were hanging out at the pyramid, basically worshiping the old gods and guarding the temple. Uh, I forget the exact dialogue the clown came up with, but in so many words, you were somewhat. They somewhat convinced them to head them back. They did go back with you to the temple to see how true your story was, and while you were traveling back, you ran into the spirit of the pharaoh again, which obviously really convinced them. So they were more than happy to bring you back to the pyramid, which you did. You talked there with the leader, and he convinced you. He was convinced that you guys were chosen ones to basically, for lack of a way of putting it, to basically go and release the spirit, or correct the wrong that was righted by this pharaoh. So now you have entered the first area of the tomb. So there are, for those who haven't wandered around yet, or weren't here to wander around, there are basically three rooms roughly next to each other, east, central, and west. Right. So you are currently on the um, the East Room, where there was a bunch of these cultists basically praying to the gods and to the pharaoh. Uh, you saw these cultists go up the steps and throw offerings into the flames, which place the flames would spring up and the items would disappear, right? Given to the gods. Um, the other two rooms you were in, so there was a room in the center, is kind of like a main, we'll call it the main worship hall, even though the worshiping really seems to be happening here. Statue there of the pharaoh, as well as a bunch of rubble. And then on the west room, there was a smaller room, same size as this one, we'll say. The middle room was a little bigger. But this room was same size as this room. Again, had a carving of the pharaoh there. There was also some sleeping quarters set up and a couple of cultists kind of checking out the carvings as well as just, you know, doing cultist things. While you were there, you were able to ascertain there was a secret passage behind the statue there, but you didn't open it with the cultists there. And that, in so many words, is basically where we're at. So now you're in this room. Holgrim is feverishly translating some hieroglyphics, and these cultists are getting ready to, I guess, call it a day, and they're starting to pack up their stuff and head back to the main area.
And then I'm pretty sure once they do that, we are all gonna go back to that other room where we found that secret thing, and then we're gonna go dick around with that statue that the secret was on.
Sure. And it looks like we have All Star here. Hello, sir.
Howdy, good evening.
Howdy. So you got nothing to say to the cultists? I mean, they're going to head back outside. You could always catch them out there if you want, but they are just done their prayers for today. Excuse me while I move you all out of the way for a second so I can pick these guys up more easily without dragging you all wherever I was dragging you all.
Probably just gonna thank them for letting us, be a part of their ceremonies and stuff like that today or something like that. Just be like, yeah, thank you for letting us partake. And, just show a little bit of appreciation. And then we'll get to the shady shit.
There you go. The cultist, I guess the one who was the priest, will say, thanks you for the offering to the gods, and um, your sacrifice had not gone unnoticed. Oh, by the way, I guess one thing I would also say is that the cultists basically gave you enough, because you were pretty much out of food and water by the time you got to this point. They gave you enough supplies and lights, we'll say, torches for 3 days. Which I'm assuming the clown seems to be the keeper of all the torches, so.
Yeah, I like to juggle them.
Okay. So are you heading back to the center room? What are we doing? Or you can hang out here or whatever you want to do. I'm not trying to press you anyway at all. Let me unmute my wife. My mistake. Sorry about that.
Now that they're gone, we're gonna we should investigate this area a little bit more. My clown has terrible eyes, so the familiar will help anyone else look at things and inspect them properly.
I definitely seem to recall there being something unique about the statues that we were looking at, but now I'm not 100% sure what I recall, so I need to
Yeah,
consult my notes.
I think in one of the last rooms, like I think it was the far west room. That one had something to do with the statue. We had like the three other cultists in there or something, and we're like, we're gonna like come back after we find the other rooms out.
Vic,
Yes, 100%.
hey Vic, the mic is still picking something up from wherever you're at from time to time.
I'm not even like, I'm in a room or I'm not even moving or anything. So
It's
I don't know
probably
what the,
it's probably getting feedback from the actual speaker from your computer because you're doing Discord from your phone and you're doing the other one from your computer, so it probably doesn't know enough um, that it should be blocking out the sound that we're talking. So sometimes it seems to pick it up.
so I turned off Discord on my computer. Does that help?
Uh, yeah, I guess we'll find out. No, I mean if there's actually sound coming from your computer, I'm thinking it's being picked up, but we'll see what happens.
Probably the background music from the Foundry.
Oh, she hates it. She always turns it off.
There.
I want to check out this room first and see if there's anything behind here while we're here.
Sure.
You want a perception check?
Good idea.
Sounds like the thing to do. Okay. So from your perception checks, I'll say that um, you don't find any secret passages or anything like that. I think the only thing I'll make note of is that let me just make sure before I say. Oh yeah, that's fair enough. Um, the fire of the statue doesn't give off any heat, so it gives off light. It looks like fire, but it is clearly in some way either magical or just the god's will or whatever it is, but it is not a normal fire.
Yeah, because it definitely burnt up whenever I've been there.
Well, can we move it?
Can you move the fire? Can you move the
Yes.
statue? The statue is a statue. It is not movable. It does not have any secret passages or anything like that. The statue is mega heavy. You're not moving the statue.
Can we take one of the torches and see if the fire will transfer from that like from the brazier to the torch? And maybe we have like a special like fire torch or some bullshit. I know I'm stuff out of my ass.
No, all good. You
Right.
take one of the torches and you dip it into the flame, pull it out, and the torch does not light.
Yeah, that's weird.
Illusory flame. Odd. I think I would think towards, although maybe I'm like overthinking things here, but just like if we have a flame that is it appears as a flame, but it's not like physically a flame, it's not catching things on fire. Is there anything else in the room that's like an illusion that just like appears to be there, but it's not physically blocking us or blocking there? That might be like a secret passage or like a something to unlock. So I think that's what Inara will take a look around for. But I think it seems like everyone else already looked pretty thoroughly that there's not like a secret passage in this room, right? Is that like, would it be worth it for Inara to take a look around here as well, based on this like new?
She's more than welcome to.
Found?
I mean, Claudius,
Sure.
Spun pretty well, but if you're going to try and do
exactly.
something else, I mean, you're more than welcome to try whatever you want to try.
I'll throw it out there. I got not the best perception, but I'll just give it a shot and more just to join everyone else. And oh, there we go, 20. So
Wow, it's pretty good. Almost as good as the
Almost.
crayfish. again, I mean, you look around. Yeah, I mean, you don't find any secrets or, um, as far as you can tell, no illusions. If you want to, um, I'm trying to think what that would be. Which one is it for a spell? But we'll just say there's nothing that you can find illusion wise or whatever. I mean, the
I
flame.
know
I
we're
mean, you see the flame, right? I'm just trying to see here. Let me pull this up. What does it say about the flame? I mean, it's clearly magical in nature, right? I mean, I don't know if anyone here has dispel magic. I guess you could try to dispel it, see what happens. But
I don't think we should fuck with that.
if you want to, like, make a save versus, is it always wisdom or intelligence for this? I gotta check. I gotta convert my 1E to 5E. Give me a second here. Let me just do something. Boop. Spin up a new thing. Go up here. 1 second. So I'm sure it was he say save versus spell, but boop. Like this one here. Make an investigation check. Honora, was your spin like an investigation, or was a
Yeah,
perception,
no,
right?
that was perception. Yeah, I can do the investigation to follow up.
Please.
Give me 1 sec to look that up. I need to spend the time to just try
And
and
the
plug
familiar
everything
look
in.
around
See if this works. Yeah, it doesn't work. Oh, and I will roll it twice because I have the advantage from the familiar.
Oh well, I mean, oh, you have advantage. Gotcha. Okay.
Still, it's okay. It's not amazing here. And Nora's maybe too focused on this the flame itself and gets distracted if she's
That's
not
okay.
seeing
And
much else here.
she was a bard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, from your investigation, I would say that um I would say that it's not an illusionary spell. Well, it's not the normal illusionary spell. So
Hmm.
you try pretty hard to, we'll say, disbelieve in it, right? And
Sure.
an 18's a decent spin. So, usually if disbelieve in an illusionary spell, then that illusion will, either go away or, be more, we'll say, transparent to show that, it's not really there. But,
Mm.
with these flames don't quite react that way. So it doesn't, you convinced yourself that they're not flames, but yet they still kind of seem like flames. Outside the fact that they don't give off
Mm.
like heat or anything like that. But
Okay.
they are different than your normal illusionary spell. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Interesting.
They're magic spirit flames. Woo! And he just kind of like passes his fingers through it, all like, cool.
All right, I'm cross-eyed from trying to translate, so
It was a bit of a lore dump.
yeah, and the what is the phonetics and the way they do things is degrading over time.
Fair enough.
But I've got 8I done.
Okay.
Well, all but one word that I just can't piece together right now.
Well, when Thordor gets here, he'll be helping you too.
Sweet. So I know we did want to head west once the cultists were gone, and if the ones over here left, should we maybe try to take a look over there? I think we had spotted something previously.
Sure.
Could be an option.
Let me get Saf out of here for a second. Droop until Saf appears.
Yeah. Oh, oops.
I'm glitched. I can't see anything.
All right, let me get you. Oh, because the clown has all the light. 1 second.
I don't need light.
Oh, that's weird. Maybe
Huh.
because you're halfway through the wall or something? Here, I'll give you a
Yeah,
pull.
yeah.
There's
I
some
think it's
narrow
probably that.
corridors.
Oh, no, actually, it looks like my dark vision might have got undone.
How the hell that happen? 1 second.
Because when he came around the corner, it all lit up, even though I was already standing there.
So the visual effect to represent special senses is dark vision detection modes. You should have dark vision. I don't know why you wouldn't. I could drop another token down for you if you want me to. Vision range. Hold on. Vision enabled. Oh wait, here we go.
I think we're
Stupid
having-
thing. Stupid thing. There, this will do it.
Yeah.
Yep, that did it.
I don't understand what detection mode does. I got to read this again at some point. Okay. So some people
I
are
don't know,
moving
but I
to the
lost
other.
my token.
Say what?
I lost my token.
I think it's
I
underneath
might
the
be
clown.
under.
1 second. There you go.
There I am.
Close one there.
So
Almost lost Claudius.
in the
Yeah, but I can't move. Well, that's weird.
why can't you move? What the hell, man? Zoop. Is that better? There, you're
Yeah,
unstuck.
now I can move.
All right. I don't think there's any more of those small passages in the rest of this thing, because I don't think so. Not many. I don't know. But anyway, so this room, just to describe it, because some people weren't here, there is a vast room of cool darkness with a flat ceiling, 20 foot high, support pillars, 4 on each side, stand 10 feet apart from the east and west walls. Both the walls and the pillars are of intricate design. Just inside the entrance at the south end of the side walls, 4-foot corridors go east and west, which is where you came from. The room is roughly 50 foot square. There is a 20-foot tall statue of a pharaoh in the center of the north wall. The statue is carved from a different stone than the rest of the walls.
Yeah, stonework. Let's take a look at it.
Go for it. You want to perception check me? Please.
Yeah, I have to calculate the bonuses because
Okay.
of the proficiency bonuses being and stuff like that being doubled for stonework.
So I'll say that you find a secret passage behind this statue as well.
Nice.
Good job. Do we want to send my little friend down there first to see what's going on?
Can if you want. Did I open it or is it not open? Hold on 1 second. I thought I opened it. There it goes. Maybe I accidentally closed it again. My bad. So certainly Holgrim with his dark vision can see into the next room. So what you see is scrolling over. You see a 30-foot square room with 10-foot wide arch corridors in the center of the east, south, and west. You came coming from the south. There are no writings you can see on the walls, and the ceiling is flat. Against the center of the north wall is a 20-foot statue of Amun-Ra, formed from different stone than that of the walls. So it looks kind of very similar to the sleeping chamber to your west that you haven't gone back into yet. But except this one actually has extra passages. The one to the west looked like a room with no exit until you found the secret passage there.
What are the odds that this side tunnel actually just connects to that other passage?
Oh, I like odds. Mainly playing them. Yeah.
Is the crayfish and Aurora coming as well?
I
Just
can't
checking.
move my token
You can't move your token.
again.
Try refreshing your browser just for giggles. You're moving it now. I didn't do anything.
I'm moving it now.
Okay. I didn't
I'm
do
having trouble
nothing.
dragging. I will get there. I will.
Interesting. I don't know.
All right, y'all.
Hold on one second. I'm just checking out my computer. Seems to be behaving well enough. All right, we'll see what happens. Keep an eye on it. All right.
Well, start with the obvious. The elephant in the room, so to speak.
Go for it.
We got ass. I'm just kidding.
Give me a spin. Hey, and what do you know? You find a secret passage behind this statue as well.
Oh, good. I was
This
still
is unprecedented.
I was still typing out my roll command, so that works for me.
Well, Claudius did it first, so whoever spun it, I'll spun it. All good.
Not exactly. It works for me.
So, like, is there a theme here, guys? Do you think?
Well, hold on. We should check the other ways first. We don't get anybody coming up behind us.
So this passageway, this FYI, slopes downward at a fair angle.
Ooh,
Hey, well,
this is important. We should go this way.
the clown will send his bat flying down the tunnel to the right first.
There's something down over here this way.
All right, just to confuse the DM, I'll try and just multitask this a bit. So let's see.
Or maybe I'll just send it ahead of us because we're all rolling down this one just to make it easy on all of us.
It's all good for me. I can do it either way. Which way do you want to go?
I like to scout it ahead of us from where we're going.
Okay, so to the west.
West, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I definitely see something that way that we're going to want to investigate.
Yep. So as you go west, you find a passageway to the south, which, seems suspiciously like it would go into the other room with the secret passage. That would be a fair guess just from your, sense of direction. But also to the west, you see a big-ass room. Right? So this room...
What's an ass room?
Unless Claudius is going to go down... So, before Claudius takes a dump into the water there, this is a vertical shaft 30 feet in diameter. The shaft has wet and slime-covered walls dropping into the darkness below and rising 30 feet into a domed ceiling above. The air here is very humid. So, yeah. I'll say that you hear water sloshing down below. I would say that even with your lights and your dark vision, you cannot see that far down. But you definitely hear the water, and you obviously feel the water from the humidity in the passage.
So we got an enormous cistern. Got it.
the the bat will go flying around and see get closer to the water to see if it's safe or like gross down there, or if this is like fresh water, or if it's all gross musty stuff.
So I'll say you head down, and we'll say the shaft is definitely over 100 feet to get to the water itself. It's pretty deep. Uh, Pretty deep tunnel. Uh, the water itself, as far as your bat can tell, seems um, surprisingly healthy, normal, not disgusting.
Unexpected, but neat. Um, the clown will kind of like toss a little pebble out into the water while the bat's flying around down there and see if like the disturbing the water disturbs anything in the water.
The stone goes bloop, and nothing bothers the bat.
This is a 1E module, so there's something at the bottom of this water.
Well, as far as I can tell, water seems to be all right, but I know
I
I
ain't
don't
jumping
know
down there.
anything as far as I can throw it. What's the other tunnel like? This one just leads to another little area, I bet.
You can go check it out.
Oh,
Hey, look at that. It's surprisingly similar.
I would say to keep it simple, and I assume Minora isn't going for a swim. That this tunnel looks pretty much exactly like the other one. Only there is a waterfall that is coming out of the the north there. And where are you guys going? You can't go around the edge.
yeah, that's a pool like 100 feet deep.
Yeah,
Oh, I totally thought
Yeah,
that was a rim. I misunderstood
no,
that.
that's okay. That's okay.
no,
Uh,
right here. That's the
And I
end.
just trusts her
uh,
balance very strongly. She says very. I'm just kidding.
yeah, I gotta. Well, 1 second. Wrong wall, I think. Hold on. Normal. Oh, nope. I closed it off with the wrong one. Sorry about that. Burp. That's all right. Don't do that again. Or I'm gonna have to draw walls. At any rate, this looks pretty much exactly like the other one. Only there is a steady stream of water, and I mean it is a waterfall that is going into this cistern. It just keeps on going. Impressive.
Oh, maybe we can get some water, or maybe if we could find a source of this water, we could help the desert somehow. I don't know. I'm just thirsty just looking at all this. He
Okay.
says, licking his lips.
It is interesting that the water continues to flow here after so many eons, and yet upstairs it does not continue to flow.
Yeah, maybe this is the water from upstairs, redirected.
Oh,
Huh.
maybe you guys are
Stolen.
right. Or maybe
Stored
you're
away. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you think my familiar could fly through the waterfall? Like, is there like a hole above it I could send him to go scope out? Or is it just like flying out of the wall?
Give me 1 second here. Doopa 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 doo. I'm just double checking this before I answer fully that question. Give me a second. Yeah, so So I'm gonna say that the opening is um, okay. So I'm gonna say that the opening is some 10 foot in diameter. Okay. The water coming down is maybe, we'll say, it looks like more than. I'm going to say it's about 2 foot deep. So there's certainly room for the bat. Um, the water is coming down with pretty good force, right? So as your bat's kind of checking it out, you would imagine that trying to climb up it as a normal person would be pretty freaking hard. Like, you're pretty likely to get knocked down. But, I mean, be creative. Who the hell knows? But if your bat wants to try and fly up a bit, knock yourself out.
Yeah, why not get him to scope up a little bit, see where all the rushing water's coming from, and we're gonna continue forward a little bit.
You got it. Do you have what's the range of your bat? Like, how
The
long?
psychic range is 100 feet, but the bat could just like go wherever he wants, and then he could just catch up with us.
Okay, just making sure I understood. So the passageway goes up at a very steep angle. Um, but you continue on. Probably, I would say, as far as I believe, as far as your sight can see. Let me just double check. Yep. Okay. But yeah, it's pretty steep. He goes up beyond it, you can see, and I would say after a short little bit after that, you have him fly back after he gets to his, like, what do you tell him to do?
Just find the source of the water and come back, come find us. Tell us what he sees at the source. Just like where is the source of
Can
the
you
giant?
speak to him, or is it just a matter of he's a familiar and you can see
Uh,
what he's doing?
yeah, well, familiars are kind of like semi intelligent creatures and stuff, so they could follow orders and everything like that, and they can communicate with me psychically and
Okay,
like understand, spoken orders and everything.
fair enough. That's double checking.
And then the 100 foot sight and psychic telepathic link is it only matters for like 100 feet, but the familiar could just go off like an animal and come back as long as it doesn't die type deal.
I would say the bat comes back and says, after a certain point, there is a wall of water coming like straight down, and then it goes down this slope, right? So it did not try to jump into this, straight down waterfall that was ending up at the bottom of something and then coming down here. So it was up the slope until it gets to like the end of a drop coming from above, and that's where it stopped.
Cool, good scoping. That's eerie and mysterious, but really cool. Good scoping that out. Thanks, bud. And yeah, we'd continue going up the other steep slope or down. We're going down this time, right?
This is going down. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So he's like, I know you're tired, bud, but like, you still got lots of work to do.
The bat just like, I got to do everything for this guy.
Damn straight. You know it. Why I created you.
So, As Holmgren and Claudius go down the passage, I mean, it is a 10-foot wide corridor, descending at a fairly moderate angle. There is a musty smell that pervades the area, and dust covers the floor. So you
Hey,
don't get any feeling that someone's been down here, we'll say recently.
Now that I've got this far, so it occurs to me we should probably have somebody who's good at such things check in for traps.
okay, yeah, we can do that, I guess. Like, if you guys find them, I can disable them. Let's just say that.
Okay. Well, Claudius is doing some checking. He hasn't found anything so far as he's heading down the corridor.
And I was wondering if, like, you're saying it's going down pretty steeply, right?
Yeah.
Is it worth tying a rope to the statue and dragging it behind us just in case it just, like, all of a sudden decides to go under our feet?
I mean, you could. It's up to you. I mean, I'd say I don't have an angle, but I'd say, um, yeah, it's pretty steep. I wouldn't say it's a 45-degree angle, but yeah, it could be. Hard to tell from this map. We'll say at least 30,
Right.
30%. So it's a pretty steep angle.
From where I'm standing, guys, I can see a room in the future here.
Okay. And you would guesstimate, Holmgren, that length of corridor from one end to the other is more than a 50-foot rope. Not that you can't tie two of them together, but I'm just, talking.
Yep. So yeah, there's a room here with a lot of statues.
Uh-oh. That means a lot of secret doors.
Careful, Claudius.
Now we check for traps and stuff, and like, ooh, what's in the middle there? Ooh, don't touch it. Whoa. And he like freezes instantly because his curiosity just about gets the best of him. He's like,
So this corridor, the corridor enters the south side of a large 30-foot, a room 30-foot wide, east to west, and 40-foot deep. Against the north wall, there are 3 statues of your favorite pharaoh, and against each side, there are 2 more. All the statues are cut from different kind of stone in the surrounding wall. In the center of the room stands an altar. Impressions of a left and right hand are carved side by side in the front of the altar. The ceiling and remaining walls, on the ceiling and remaining walls, the name Amun Ra is carved over and over in several languages.
I think this might be the place, guys.
Well, I don't have hands, so I can't use the altar.
I think Inara would definitely eagerly step forward. She's definitely believes she's the chosen one, so she will gladly touch the mysterious altar. She's gonna kind of make her way over there, like to go for it. Unless anyone wants to stop her, she's just gonna do it.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. You're really new and green at this, ain't you? You don't touch mysterious things first. Oh, I guess you are the newbie. I was gonna say something newbie added. Poke it with a stick first, you idiot.
There's no need. It was clearly made for us to find. I'm sure of it. This is our purpose here.
So, Nara, what are you doing?
She wants to go for it here. She's gonna walk on up and she wants to put her hands in the indents here to try and connect with this thing.
Okay.
Whatever it may be. Looks like Zurama is checking for magic or suggesting it. That's not a bad idea. Inara will throw caution to her wind at least.
Well, she's a fighter. I don't think she's checking any magic.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I'll do an Arcana.
I would like to also cast. I'm pulling up the exact wording of it right now, but there's a cantrip called Quicken from Deep Magic 1 that I have that will help speed me up. That I would like to cast on myself.
Okay.
I think it's just like a minor bonus to initiative if we do roll initiative, but
Sure.
Inara is kind of preparing for whatever may happen when she goes up.
And Claudius, I see 2 perception checks from you. So what are you doing?
Me?
I thought I
Oh
did.
no,
Maybe-
the 27 is the old one for checking for traps, and the 9 one was when I just entered the room. You can
Gotcha.
see that those two guys are
Oh
10
yeah,
minutes
they're
apart.
some 5 minutes apart. Got it. Yep. Okay. So lots of stuff happening. So it looks like so you guys don't have detect magic. You're just like using Arcana check, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
I do not have a detect magic.
That's fine. That's making sure we're all on the same page. So I would say just based on the altar and doing your Arcana check, there is definitely something with the altar, right? I mean, you can't do detect magic, so you can't tell exactly, but it looks like it is set up for some sort of magical means with the handprints and we'll say whatever other markings or carvings might be on it. And Inara puts her hands on the statue and doing anything else?
I just backed up.
Probably gonna like Bardic Inspire her just in case she needs a roll.
Okay, all good.
And all 7 statues reach out and smash the spot in front of the altar.
I
think
like that.
Inara she'll add a little message there. She'll say like, we're here to seek Amun-Re and his treasure, as directed by himself.
And you have your hands on the thingy, right?
Yes.
So, as you put your hand on the statue and say these words, when you get to the name of the pharaoh, the statue to the right side moves over, and there's another secret passage.
See, everyone, it's like we're expected. They're inviting us in.
Really full of yourself. I mean, really lucky. Yeah, good job. Good job.
It's exactly as I'm predicting it to be.
Whoop. So you get to this. This is also sloping down at a pretty steep angle. It is a.
So when all that water comes rushing, it'll come this way.
There you go. You see axe and hammer marks cover the walls. Plaster from great frescoes that once covered these walls have fallen to rubble on the sloping floor. Dust blankets everything, and the air is very dry.
All right. Cling the
All right,
thing.
I'm just gonna
All
toss
right.
a perception check out there. New room, new perception check.
Yeah, the bat's flying down ahead to see what we'll
Nope.
see. So if anyone wants like a help on that or whatever, he could do that. And I guess just to get ready for anything, Hatchaman's gonna tie a rope around his waist and like hold it like all round up and stuff like that, just to like get ready just in case he has to tie off to anything.
Okay. So the bat.
He-
Go ahead. Was someone going to say something?
Nope.
Oh, I was just getting Looks like the Foundry module updated because all of my numbers that I had spent so long getting put in properly are off.
Sorry. I think it happened at the beginning of the week there was an update. I don't know why it would blow away your numbers, but sorry.
Yeah, something that I had overridden, manually recalculated or something.
Gotcha. Okay. So the bat flies down deeper into the room. It gets to the bottom of the room. It sees a what does it see? Does it see what I think it sees? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, there is a broken door, and then it quickly leads into another room with writing on the walls.
Writing on the walls.
Yes.
Looks like a bedroom as a teenager. Yeah.
Oh, that has writing on the walls, all right.
So this next room beyond the broken door is a huge octagonal room, 50 foot wide, 40 foot long, and 20 feet tall, rising to a flat ceiling. In the center of the north wall, there is an arched corridor that leads to the north. The words treasure room are carved in the walls in giant letters and in several languages. Scattered about the room are broken pots and chests that have been hewn in half, all covered with thick layer of dust.
This is obviously a trap.
Even I, who believe the way is laid out for us, feel uneasy here. Why would they choose to share so widely that the treasure lies beyond?
I know. It looks like all the treasure was here until people looted it. So maybe this was the treasure room, huh?
Nah, treasure room's never this easy to find. Let's look for the secret door.
Give it a spin. People are looking around. You do not find any secrets or anything like that. I will say, Mr. Dwarf, Holmgrim, that at this point, your dwarfish sense of digging and so forth would tell you that you are now below ground. That you are not in the temple, the pyramid proper itself. You're below the ground. That is a nice rose of more, but you don't find anything more than anybody else.
Nor anything less.
True that.
I mean, it seems there are no traps despite our feelings. Shall we?
It looks like somebody has already been down here at least a little bit, but the sarcophagus is in the next room.
Well, let's at least see what we can find.
So this room is 30 foot wide, disappearing into the darkness. In the center of this 20-foot tall room is the sarcophagus, a large ornate stone coffin. Its lid is ajar and broken. In the center of the north wall, ancient writing has been chiseled into the stone, which I'll be more than happy to give to you. This will be not as obnoxious as before, but this is 8N as in Nancy. Once I get 8N, I'll throw it over there. Boop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled it up for you. 8N, the bottom should be the bottom one. Actually, I should take that off of there. 1 second. I should do this. Add a page. I'll put in here. Tomb room. And I'll put
Okay, I'm immediately
8N
seeing.
underneath it. There we go.
Here lies the. Is the first 3 words, I think. But I will actually need to consult the little guide.
Yeah, here lies the. You're doing very well. I'm going to grab a water. Back in 30 seconds.
Mic off.
All right.
Mic on.
I am back.
Having some mouse problems. I'm going to try to troubleshoot that quickly. But I'm halfway through translating, but now I can't click back to that spot. I need to figure this out.
All good. Mm-hmm. Oh, Nat lost his internet.
Is the last word date?
It is.
We found the Stargate.
Maybe
The
it's telling
5th word
us.
is giving me some trouble. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, nothing. I was just saying maybe it's telling us where the next piece is, or of an important thing.
It seems like it's some kind of a indication of what's in the room. It's like a description.
So what do you have so far?
8.
Here lies the true tour. I'm like really stuck on this word tour.
I'm back in here. I'm still trying to reconnect to the game.
Yeah, no worries.
All
Yeah,
right.
here lies the true tomb. That's what it says so far.
Tomb. Oh,
Tomb.
I was getting like an R there, not an M. That's why I was
No worries.
astray a little
Like
bit.
I know it's a little funky, so
True tomb of Amun.
Oh, I bet it's Amun Ray
Yeah.
or
Yep.
Ra.
your
I don't
best
know what's
buddy.
in it. And that's the period. That little beetle-looking thing is a period. I remember now.
It's a beetle period.
Gross. Beetle. I'm just kidding.
I don't even know what that means. It just seemed like it was the right or wrong time for me to say that. So
What up, buddy?
Welcome, welcome.
thank you.
Hey, he's back. I got to put his character in here so we can see what the hell's going on. Let me grab him. Uh, so while they're translating, I will give you a very quick re-summary.
Okay. Awesome.
So you were here last week. I'm trying to remember.
Not last week, but I think the week before.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So same spot. So sure. So at the end of last week, it seemed that when you collect the first star gem, you released something onto the land. Maybe the bad guy, maybe not. You don't know, but he sounded quite evil, and off he went. From there, you went west to go to the other lost city on the other side of the map. You did meet up with one of those undead things that had the sand around it on your way there. Seemed like it was one of the same guys you fought before, but had come back. Dispatched him and continued west. You, after a certain point, was visited by the spirit of the dead pharaoh Amun-Re, and he basically more or less begged you to go into the temple, into his tomb, and lift the curse from the land. Um, he appeared to you every night after that, as you traveled, saying the same thing each time, not responding to anything that you said back to him. After a certain point, you found some Deverish followers. So these are kind of um, the desert people who worship many gods of the area. While suspicious about why you were in the area, you kind of half convinced them to bring them back to the tomb because they were kind of standing at the tomb, using it as a place of worship for the old gods. While you were traveling back, those that you met saw the pharaoh appear to them as it beseeched you again to go back to the tomb. So now they were really convinced that you guys were something special, um, to help out the long dead pharaoh. You made it to the tomb, um, and uh, basically checked out after discussing more with the followers there. They let you read the book of Amun Re, which basically gave you more information about the pharaoh. That's in Discord. You also were in three rooms that the um, basically three rooms that were discovered right in the entrance to the tomb that they were using for worship. Two of the rooms had secret passages behind them. One of the rooms had a statue that was lit on fire, but the fire gave off no heat. There, the worshippers did their worshiping and threw offerings into the fire, which would then flare up and disappear. Including Malenko, who was nice enough to throw some offerings in there as well. You went out and checked out these secret passages, which this brings us to today, basically. And you found a couple of deep cisterns, like really deep pits with water at the bottom. One seemed to be holding water, the other one had a waterfall going into it, but you didn't go into the water. It was over 100 feet down to the water. You continued searching. You found a series of secret passages, which eventually brought you to this room, which looks like an empty tomb, and people are translating things on the wall. That's the 5-minute synopsis.
Thank you very much. So we are in the western city area. Is that right?
Correct.
Is that where the tomb is?
Yes.
And what is the name of that? It's like or
Somebody can retranslate it. I can look it up in a second. I'm sorry.
that's okay. So
Was it Turbicar?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Durbakar?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Interesting. There is a big dragon north of us, apparently, on the map.
Yeah, what? It's an old map. Nothing to worry about.
The dead dragon, it looks like,
There you
but
go.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Now I want to look up something. So Saf would be. So the delight about being a barbarian is I don't have to be helpful at all. In thinky stuff. Um, uh, at least not in character. Um, and So Saf would definitely not be helpful. While everyone was like trying to translate stuff, he would just be like pacing around the room, flipping a dagger in his hand, with an expression of boredom, probably. Um, uh, good job on the translating team. And let me see if I have a aphorism of the desert to throw at you guys that I prepared
I
from.
will say in the room with the statue with the fire and also another similar room back at the entrance, there was a total dump of writing that um, basically Holmgren started, translating and then kind of like decided to save his sanity for a later time. And all that's in Discord, by the way, as well as in Foundry. But I chucked it up there in Discord in case people wanted to translate it during the week because it was kind of a dump.
I will skin backwards and have a look at that.
Right now, they're trying to translate 8N, which I did throw into Foundry. I didn't throw that into Discord, but
I think we have it.
all right, go for it. I feel like Vanna White and whatchamacallit on Wheel of Fortune. What does that phrase say? Sajak, right? Pat Sajak. He's the dude who does it as well.
Yeah, so they said out loud, like, here lies the true tomb of Amon Ra.
Okay.
It says, where'd it go? I lost it. It's know that you have arrived too late to plunder my remains for Heaven's Gate.
Pretty close. I'll just say that instead of remains, it says ransom, but
Okay.
basically the same thing, same idea.
I was stuck on that one.
Yeah, I figured it's a tough one.
I have a hard time distinguishing between all those, the ones like the R, the N, the M, the S, because especially when the font gets a little blurry.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I got 4, but I got with the 2 R's or the 1 R or the 4. Is it like 4 Heinz Gate or like I got stuck on Heavens too. I was close though.
Yep.
So it's odd to me that this ancient text is already saying we're too late. Was this tomb plundered in ages past, before perhaps even the desert came upon us? Or did some robbers leave behind a note in this cryptic language?
Or more recently, something that was only recently released that still thinks in that language.
This is not something I had considered. But
you think that
could
Sandy
be.
bastard got here before us?
I
Well, there's
hope
an awful
not.
lot of dust on the floor. Like nobody's been here for a long time.
I'm more interested in how did they get here because there was no sign of passage and everything above.
Yes, and it seems the cults knew nothing of this place, so must have been before their time.
Made out of sand, man. It can cover its own trails, literally.
It's true. That's why they call it the sands of time.
I
Everything
think
washed away.
this room solid twice over. Don't you?
Yeah, but I feel that for me the sands of time are running low. Ha!
I see what you did there. It was terrible. I love it.
Malenko, what are you insight checking, just so I know?
I was insight checking the note, kind of seeing if there was like any hidden meaning inside the note.
Okay.
Is it like giving us a hint type of deal?
I mean, I would say that the it looks like someone carved this into the stone, right? Versus like more roughly and not with the same level of precision as maybe like the other ones are part like other writing you'll see is part of frescoes or whatever. This looks like someone just like graffitied the wall, right?
With
So
our friendly dwarf skills, are we able to like time date the carving? You know, to see who like when the graffiti happened type deal, like how long ago?
um
That's
I mean the
actually what I
whole
was about to ask.
give me a roll. Give me a roll.
Investigation.
Sure.
And I will give you the help action if the DM allows.
You could
Do
do
you have
inspiration and then just
if you have proficiency in it, I'll let you do it. Otherwise, give him the whatchamacallit,
I'm gonna
inspiration.
give him bardic, yeah, because I don't have
Okay.
uh
Oh, I've already got advantage on it anyway
Oh well,
perfect.
then go do your thing.
Yeah.
because it's masonry.
You're so cute.
17, not bad.
Oh, and I didn't add in inspiration.
All right, go for it.
I think I rock this roll. Yeah.
All right, dirty 20. I would say with that, nothing's been moved here for a long time. So I would just say it doesn't seem like that this was carved later on, but you know, you maybe get the impression that maybe that's what it's supposed to be. Like the whole thing gives a vibe of like my kids used to say when they were younger, nana nana foo foo, that I got here before you, right? But with the dust and the carvings and everything else that's going along here, you don't get that impression. Your impression is more of that this was roughly around the same time, but it was a long time ago. So who knows? Maybe they robbed it real quick. But you don't get the feeling that a lot of time had passed between the creation of this chamber and those carvings, as best you can tell.
Gotcha.
So if you examine this carving here, see how the edges of this chip are rounded?
Yeah.
I see.
And by the dust gathered in the grooves of the stone, I tell you that this is almost as ancient as the chamber itself.
Oh, so those clever bastards robbed it right away. Whoa.
No, it must be something else. No, it would never be set out on the path before me to not be the first one to loot a tomb. It just wouldn't make sense.
Maybe the path isn't to loot the tomb. Maybe it's to find out who looted the tomb. And he makes like a bunch of arrogant, loud, like wah wah noises with like prestidigitation.
And Nara's gonna play into it a bit with thaumaturgy and make her hair kind of flow backwards like it's blown away by this effect. But, Malenko, no. In fact, I think perhaps this was all the way we were meant to find things. It was laid out this way upon the creation of the tomb. If Horgrim's saying they come from roughly the same time, perhaps this is an element of trickery, and the true tomb still awaits for us to find. We can still fulfill
Oh, you're
our
thinking they're
destiny.
trying to misdirect us.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. And he starts like running around the walls, knocking on them, seeing if there's any like hollow points. And like, he's not just knocking on them with his hands. He's like walking up and like knock, knock, knock on with his forehead.
Sure. You can give me a perception check if you want. $14. Despite how well your head is at finding secret doors, you don't seem to find anything here. Seems like a pretty solid room to you in your head.
I remember when I placed my hand upon that altar in the room with many statues, only one of them moved. But is it possible there was some other code word we were missing? Other than saying the name of the god?
Oh, Mr. Almonrod, you got anything in that little sarcophagi for us? Tee hee hee. And he kind of like looks in and pokes at the bottom to see if there's like a false bottom to the sarcophagus.
Seems pretty solid.
I'm stumped. And he kind of just like sits down on the lid with his like legs crossed and his hand on his knee and chin.
Perhaps this entire room is simply a decoy, and there's a different way to go further back from where we came. Shall we try?
I guess, yeah.
Sure, go for it. So everyone kind of goes north through the what looks like a looted treasure room, or at least it says treasure room in the empty room. That's where Malenko is now. I don't know if Saf or Claudius having trouble with their token again, but I can help them out if need be. Okay, Saf is moving. Yeah, I'll move. Zoop. I'll help the crayfish out. You got all the light, clown. They're waiting for you.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, not that Holmgrim. Holmgrim, you're already like kind of waiting for these guys back at the room with all the statues. Are you doing anything while you're there?
I just lean it up against the wall,
Okay,
chew it, nibbling on some jerky.
fair enough. Eventually, you see
Give
the
them a
light
what took you so long when they get here.
coming up the thing. Yeah, I was gonna go. Looks like I gotta boop, take that off. Claudius, can you move your token again? Or Saf, can you move yours? I've been moving you, but it's making sure stuff is still working.
Claudius has assumed the position of sleep.
Oh, okay. Claudius might not be with us much longer.
No.
He had a rough day. If you want to drop, go get some rest, dude.
Yeah, it's all good, buddy.
So what are you doing in the room here, guys? You're in the room with all the statues.
Don't worry, no one's gonna think it's shellfish if Claudius drops for the night.
I thought terrible jokes for my job. You should be the clown.
I won't apologize. You can't make me.
So if it works for our other bard friend and our Blanco's gonna be like, I'll give it a shot. And just like jams his fingers in the holes unceremoniously, be like, yo, raw buddy dude, like what gives? Like that thing was empty. Was that like show us the proper way, please? And he like winces and like opens his one eye and like anything happen?
Nope. No help from the Pharaoh.
Oh, screw you too. And he like kicks the altar and like stubs his toe and like hops around.
Anything else you want to do in this room? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I feel we might be just missing some code word or something here. Inara's gonna maybe take a look at the other statues. She saw that before they were all made of different materials, or like that same different material. I guess is one way to say it. Like
you can make a perception check. Go for it.
The last room we were in, there was the set of instructions that told us everything we were supposed to do. So I think there must be some sort of set of instructions that's telling us what to do that maybe we have to translate all of those other.
Malenko's gonna wing it and shove his fingers in the holes again and be like, please show us the way to Heaven's Gate.
Well, the only instructions in this room are the words of the Pharaoh carved all over the walls. There's no other writing in this room. But Enora, with a dirty 20, will find another secret passage to the north.
Whoa.
All right.
Which opens into an empty room that is 10 foot by 20 foot.
For a moment, I hoped this was the true tomb, but it seems there's nothing here. What say the rest of you? Any inspiration as to what this room might be? More than a broom closet?
Looks like a room to Zamora. So the clown with a 19. Good spin for you because you have no bonus.
I know, right?
Yeah, no, you're nice. As you look around the room, you notice that there are little holes in the floor and in the walls at various spots, and you feel that this was a trap, but trap don't work no more, or it's been sprung, or what have you. Whatever it was, it's not functional now.
Well, I'm glad we found it now because we might have been deaded. And he kind of like takes things around and walks out.
Ooh. So Saf is gonna walk around, seeing that everybody is
Mic off.
not sure where to go, and just like
Mic
start hitting the walls to see whether he can make an unusual sound that sounds like something is empty behind them. So he's just gonna like start beating on the walls with the handle of his axe. Just walking around. I don't know if you want me to roll.
Sure.
What would you want? Perception?
Yeah. Seems to be the roll of the day.
Okay, I'll do it. I've got, some bonus.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Not bad. It's okay. Tapping, always tapping. Sure. As you tap around, everything sounds pretty solid to you. You're not finding anything else. As you go back up the, yes, this is the steep chamber back up to the next level, or the next where you started, ish.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I left you guys with no light.
That's all right. I'll just grab them all.
Yeah, I'm translating.
Thank you. It keeps opening my character sheet when I try to drag her. I think it's just my mouse, but I'll get there. I'm gonna use arrow keys. It'll be better.
I'll move Claudius a little bit. Zamora, you still there? Did you fall asleep? Up, she's alone. All mute but around. All right. So this is the room for those who came in late. From this room to the east and west, you will find the big cisterns with water. The one to the east had a waterfall that basically poured into the chamber. The room to the west did not, but had water there too. If you continue south, you'll get to the middle chamber of the three, where the cultists kind of hang out.
And we still remember, I believe, that in the western chamber of those initial ones, there was another secret passageway. So we could always just explore that, I guess, if we don't have a way forward in this section right now, if we haven't figured something out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just that little passageway that just went underneath and stuff. Yeah, I think it just went back to the main room though.
Yeah, there's another passage to the south. If you go west and south, that takes you to what Holmgren is looking for, a dead end, and he searches and it says, "Hey, look! It's the other side of the secret passage to the other room."
Unfortunately, no new findings here then. But at least we have this short way back.
Stuff's gonna keep beating on the walls.
Sure. You give me a perception
Barbarian
check.
running.
Want to give me another one? Go for it.
Sure.
Why not? Wow, that's really good. Nah, you don't find nothing. Sorry.
That's all right.
It's a good spin, though.
Worth a shot.
This is one of the rooms with writing. This one, and there's another one over to the far side. This would be the west room writing that is in the in either the chat or in Discord.
Okay. Oops.
Oh, so that's like 8C and onward, you're seeing?
8C through 8H. Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right.
In the interest of time, and you're more than welcome to translate it, I'll give you a rough translation. I'll just say that looking this over, the general gist you get is that basically, it's a stuff saying that you know it was said that this tomb was plundered. The river ran dry, and it was a bad time for everyone. And it's written in the hand. It says that it is written by someone who now tends the temple. So you're guessing it's one of some ancient follower, and he hopes to be able to quell the wrath of the pharaoh, and you know, building all this stuff took a lot of effort and a lot of money, and now it's all gone, and I feel sad for myself. that's that's what it comes down to.
I love it. So
Nice.
I know. I think maybe that source, like that water wall, if we could find a way to like transfer where this water's going or coming from to like the other ones, we might be able to help the desert somehow. But that's a bigger problem for later. We could tell. Do you think we could tell the leader about the cult about this stuff, and maybe after some time of them snooping around, they could tell us if they find anything else?
I don't think they are worthy of this knowledge. We need to appear to them as if we are in the know. Don't want to let in too much to them.
Like this is the cool kid club. I gotcha.
Yes, that's what it's like when you're the when we're chosen by Amun-Ra.
Oh, hey, 1 second. I think he got a little chip on that shoulder, and he goes over, like brushes her shoulder, and blows it off. There you go.
But it is true that we are at a standstill. It seems not sure where to go. So perhaps it would be along our path to ask for help.
I know. Maybe there's a clue in this Heaven's Gate place, because he said in that message that it was his what was it, like a ransom or something for Heaven's Gate. So how he like pays to get in there or some shit. I don't know.
I believe this would refer to his riches, his the treasure that was believed to be useful in the afterlife. Exactly. But seems to be gone. I don't know if we are to believe that it was ever there and was robbed, or if we are to believe that it is simply a trick, that it was robbed and it was never there. It's tearing at me.
I'll give you a synopsis of the translation in the other room as well with the burning altar. As a rough translation, again, basically it says that that for all the bad talk about the pharaoh, that he was seen as seen by the people as one of the greatest of the gods in the heaven. For he was the only one who manifested his power in the temple. Sacrifices were laid on his likenesses in these rooms, and some the god would accept, and some he would not, depending on what the wishes of the gods were. But the god would always accept the sacrifices in the east room with the the flaming statue. And whatever was sacrificed there would never be seen again. Several priests, upset that their assets disappeared, searched the East Temple, and they too disappeared. So this temple became a holy spot. And basically it said the priesthood became unprofitable and our doctrine had to be changed. So offerings are still made, but I guess, they're a bit more careful about the ones they put in the East Temple.
So shall we just go like jump in the fire and like see where we go? Ooh. Maybe it's like some weird little hoodoo voodoo portal or something.
You all going to walk over there? Holgrim's already checking it out. He's like, he's not waiting for you guys. He's over there. I'll get the get the crab over there a little faster. Where the hell are you, crab? Go over here. God dang it! Oh, hold on a second. I gotta go. I was gonna pull him through the wall because I'm lazy. Zoop. All right. Everyone else is working on it.
Oh, I thought that was a shortcut I just took. Never mind.
Nope. There you go. Saf, can you move? You need help? You're probably in the dark. Because you're not keeping up with the clown.
No, they're actually doing pretty good. I think Saf is the only one that hasn't made it. Oh no, he's right there.
I'm giving him. I gave him a pull.
Oh, okay. Here you go. There you guys go. Get around me.
Let me help Saf out a little bit because he's in. Oh, he can go where he wants. Zoop, zoop. I'll help you out too.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. I was just taking a sip of beer.
Oh wow. There.
So in Malenko's infinite wisdom, he's just gonna walk up the way and be like, "Yo, Rob, buddy, like, we're here to help you, and we need your help too. Just take us where you need our help the most." And he just kind of like plugs his nose and like jumps in the fire like he's gonna do a cannonball.
Okay. So, the clown does what he says. He jumps into the fire, and the fire flames up, and he's gone.
Huh.
Seems this is our path, and our will follow.
Can I be silly for a second? I want to see if I could do something. Can I see if I could sleight of hand tie a rope to Inara's waist or her leg, and the rope that I tied around my waist a long time ago, and see if I could like pull her with me with my teleportation, or if the rope just like slacks from her leg?
Just trying to break the DM, aren't you?
A little.
I'm gonna say the rope slacks from your leg. That you whatever happened to you just a second ago happened, and the rope is just half in, half out of the fire, I guess. So is everyone following the clown here? Are we going for a total kill, or are we just gonna see what happens? I don't know. Is everyone going?
Let's go. Let's follow the clown.
Oh yeah.
And that's it, guys.
TPK.
Following my dumb ideas. I love it. Oh shit, did it work?
I think so.
Oh my god. I was not expecting that.
I love the fact that you basically thought that you committed suicide. That's awesome. Oh my god, I didn't kill myself. How the hell that happen?
They must be going
God damn.
somewhere, all those people.
It's what you get from coming from the Dark Carnival, you know?
So as soon as you fully within the offering of the basin, the flames rise up before you, completely blocking your sight. You are blinded momentarily and feel slight dizziness, which passes almost as soon as it began. And when you look up, you are no longer in the basin. The room is a perfect octagon with 4 arched exits, a domed ceiling, and a prone human skeleton in the center of the floor. A vaguely sulphurous smell assails the nostrils. The room is 30 feet wide from side to side, and the ceiling is 30 foot tall. The exits are all identical and separated from one another by identical walls. The walls and exits are all about 10 foot wide. Rust orange mist swirl on the other side of the archways, clearly visible from anywhere in the room. A lever is set in the center of each wall, just above an inscription that says "Pull me" in several languages. The levers obviously pull upwards. The skeleton lies in the center of the room, its arm extended above its head. It holds a sword in this arm, the point indicating one of the exits, which to you looks like west.
All right, before anyone touches anything, can I role play a little bit of something?
Sure.
All right, I'm just gonna role play like him coming in through the, realizing that like, hey, I'm alive, and then when everybody else comes in, so like when he comes in, like opens his eyes and like unplugs his nose, he breathes, it's like, oh, huh. Turns around and sees everyone else like pop into existence behind him, and he's just gonna like point and laugh and burst into even more hysterical laughter and be like, you idiots followed me. And he's gonna fall on the ground and just like roll around laughing for a minute.
Okay.
And also he's gonna tell them not to touch the the things, because I did an insight roll on the notes that say pull me, and he's just like, don't touch nothing. Yeah, still laughing. So yeah, insight check those notes. Like, is it meant to as a trap to kill us? Like, pull me, and it's like, all right, and then that guy's dead right beside one of the levers.
I don't. There's no context. I don't know how you insight check whether or not it's a trap or not. You can check for traps, which you could perception check that, but
all right. Well, he's gonna tell you guys to like check things out before you touch him, as he kind of like regains his composure, which is gonna take a minute for himself. So he'll give you bardic inspiration and let his familiar give like the help action to investigate this place and that corpse. So if that's okay with the DM, he'll give help action on the rolls to investigate and perception this room and that corpse.
sure. I'm trying to get through my stuff. Here we go. Yes.
All right. I think Nara's going to go for an investigation check here on the corpse. She's interested to what adventurers could possibly have beat her here.
Malenko will look around for his bag of food that he gave up to the fire earlier, and if he finds it, he's gonna have a snack because he's hungry.
I'm gonna say the bag of food is gone.
Oh, I was hungry.
Is it taken as an offering?
Assuming the bag of food was here to, you know what? I'll even say, you know, there's like what's left of the bag, and it was like ripped open or whatever, and the food itself is gone.
Oh,
And
that's even here.
just left their trash in the area.
Something's here, guys, because he holds up like the bag that his sacrifice was in. My food is in here, and I'm hungry. And he just like goes into his other pocket and reaches out on a piece of beef jerky and starts like chewing on that slowly. But he will also go around and like he'll check out the levers because I think Inara's checking out the corpse, right?
It looks that way. So,
Yep.
Anor, I'm going to say, you don't find anything particularly fascinating about the skeleton. I'll say it was a human. The weapon seems like a normal weapon. Obviously, whoever this was died a long time ago. Cause any fleshy bits are long gone.
Okay. I don't know if we should trust the direction of this adventurer who died, or perhaps distrust it, for they have died.
Is it like how old of a corpse? Is it like a skeleton? Is there any way to tell how they died, or is it like an old age they just starved to death type of death? What kind of cadaver?
There's no obvious I'll say there's no obvious violence to the skeleton itself, so whatever killed it, it didn't break any bones. But
Right.
there's no fleshy bits to understand
Gotcha.
You know, how he died.
All right. If there's no like rocks or pebbles around on the ground, he'll pick up pieces of the corpse's bones and start throwing them at one of the walls.
Seth is gonna like study this dead creature, and I would like to use some of his special features, which are in this case tracker. I don't know. Can I ping the how do I ping this?
You can try to ping it. I'll try and look it up.
Did that work?
I didn't see nothing. 1 second. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe we could like safely pull one of the levers with a rope tied to it or something.
So, what I want to use is to see if there's any tracks or anything that involves spotting passage of another creature around this pointing skeleton, and I would probably use survival for that. I think that's the right skill.
Sounds right.
And I get to use double my proficiency bonus, which is 2, I think. Wait, 3? 2? What is it?
I don't know. I can't see your character sheet.
I basically have expertise in survival for this, because of that feature.
Okay.
So,
and at fifth level, your proficiency bonus is +3.
Yeah, so it's going to be another. Oh wow, doesn't matter. I rolled terribly.
Oof.
Anyway, interesting. Okay, good enough. Safe has no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoop.
I have no idea. That's what he would say.
Fair.
Something like that.
What are the rest of you doing? For those who are awake.
Trying to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You got it. You got it.
I was gonna do something silly and see if we could safely pull one of the levers and see if it opens one of these doors, cause like, or wall things, cause like, if these smoky walls aren't like letting the wall like the rocks in, cause like he looks like he's doing dumb stuff, but when he's like throwing rocks at the walls, he's checking if it's safe or if they're actually like dense enough to stop matter to go through and all this other silly
Okay.
thing.
Okay. So when you said you're throwing at the walls, you're throwing it at the orange smoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
The orange smoke things. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't more clear.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so you throwing the pebbles or what have you into the orange smoke. I would say that the smoke is dense, but the pebble goes into the smoke, quickly disappears. And I'll say, if you listen carefully or you throw it carefully, you do hear the stone impact. The floor or what have you, whatever it might be, on the other side. So it's getting through wherever it's getting through. But it is just really dense, so you just can't see through it so easily.
Oh, okay, that's creepy. Um, now he's gonna send his bat out through there because if they can't see, bats don't need to see because of the echolocation and bullshit. So he's gonna see if it'll let this. It's not a creature, by the way, because his familiars are special. They're like considered constructs for any like magical bullshit things. So he's gonna send it to see if it'll only let through, undead or like not living matter. Know what I mean?
Sure. So I'm going to say that and you're looking through the bat's eyes, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I can, I will do it for the first little while, and I'm gonna make sure he's not in like a danger spot or something. And by that, I mean he's gonna stand behind his staff.
No, that's fine. So, 1 second here. Okay. Okay.
If you want, I could show you the create familiar.
No. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm going to say the bat goes through the orange mist. So it goes through. What senses do you get? You get all the senses or just sight?
Yeah, I get the senses of the familiar.
Okay, so the air in there is dry and warm and smells vaguely sulfurous. Going in there is no issue, but it is very disorienting. You really can't see like with any normal sight that your bat might have. It can't really see anything. It uses echo and so forth to get through it. After a short time, you get through it to the other side. It's hard to tell how far you went. You don't think it was that far, but it's just really tough as you're going through the smoke. It purposely disorients you. On the other side, you see a intersection, going in all four directions, and you see some I'm just trying to make sure of this. Nah, it doesn't say anything. I don't think. Let me just double check something here. You see something that's messing me up. That's what you see.
Yeah.
1 second. What do they want this to be? Um,
So how careful do you guys want to play this party? Because like Malenko really doesn't care. He'd just be like, "All right, my bat got through it," and he'll probably just like walk through it too and like
you
hope for the best. Or we could like get the bat a rope and see if he can like lead it to the other side, and we can like follow that rope where the bat like goes. Or we could just get the bat to go through every other tunnel and explore those before we go through the smoke. It's up to you guys. Like, do we just want to wing it right after the bat, or let the bat explore things ahead of us every time?
you see a trail of gold pieces going out of the smoke that you came out of, and going into another smoke through area to your right.
All right, so I'm assuming that we got through here through some kind of hoodads up in the previous room.
Yeah, we Malenko decided to roast himself in the sacrificial fire altar, and then you all followed me like idiots, and we landed in here.
All right, and what's the deal with the smoke?
It's like a very disorientating, thick, smoggy stuff that like kind of confuses you almost into like where you're going. But my bat through echolocation was able to make its way out the other end.
All right, tie a rope around my waist. Somebody grab the other end.
Oh, I like this game. Tug of war. Okay.
Not so fast. We are just sticking together.
Oh yeah, but I'm sacrificing my body to see if I can make it through.
Oh, my hero! And he comes up and like holds your shoulders and like fawns over you like a woman would, just like putting on a big act.
Because plan is how far did your bats estimate it was through the smoke?
I think he went. Well, what path did you send him down, DM?
I assumed you were going towards Holmgrim is now to the west.
I was just making sure he was going through the right one. Before Hogan goes in, I'm gonna be like, hey, buddy, it looks like someone laid down another a path or something because there's a trail of gold coins. Try not to pick them up because I think that's a good idea. We should leave our own markers from what paths we've been on. Hey, like this corpse is a marker, but maybe if we got like some tools to like mark the wall or something, like we should mark our trail too. Like this is smart, guys. And like he's gonna be adamant.
I'll fish my chalk out and draw an elaborate arrow on the floor pointing this way.
Okay.
Cool. He will like prestidigitation like a dick or something on the wall.
All right, and then I'm gonna keep one hand on the left wall and hold my breath as long as I can and go through.
Okay. Kind of similar, right? It is kind of disorienting as you go through. It's a good thing you're kind of holding on to the wall. It's hard. Technically, it's hard for you to understand how far you go because probably when this module was made, nobody was using miniatures or certainly not virtual tabletops. So it will be a little less disorienting to you guys because of the technology. But yeah, let's go ahead and walk through Holmgrim. You should be able to walk a bit and get through it, assuming I use the right. Can you?
No.
Oh, F me. 1 second.
You gonna buy dinner? It's a loaded question. Don't.
All right, hold on.
Sorry, I'm just
some
kidding.
reason. Fine, be that way. Hold on 1 second. This really sucks. All right. I'm going to have to continue to undo a bunch of flipping walls that I made because it wasn't supposed to have movement restrictions and just sight restrictions. Go ahead, Holmgren. You should be able to do it now. Okay. So you get through, and then you see other smoke in other areas, and you see a trail of coins going to the north. And I'm gonna have to figure out. Can I highlight these? Can I do like something? Oh, I can't do that.
So we will say that we tied like 3 lengths of rope together. And as he walks by, like I know it's like metaphysical. We're not supposed to know how much, but like, does the rope like slacken or tighten at all, or does it just feel like, yeah, he's still on the end of it until he gets out of there?
As of right now, it feels like you still have about 20 feet of rope left.
Oh, okay, because like that's how we were gonna like guesstimate how we could get through here. So there's like 150 feet and 20 feet of for like 130 feet or something like that, and like we're gonna do clown math, and like yeah, we're gonna use more time.
And then there's 2 short tugs on the rope.
And we will tug back, and we will holler, "Can you hear me? Me, me, me!" And like he will make the echo just to be a dick.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yeah, I mean they don't block sounds. You guys can certainly talk to each other.
All right, all clear. Follow the rope.
Oh, all right, we'll be right there, there. And he'll snicker to himself and just be like, right on the wall, 130 feet this way, and like put that like above or under the arrow, and then be like, all right, who's next? And like Saf, he's just kind of like gave you the rope, and like we'll let everyone else follow the rope, and we'll go last type of deal. Is that cool?
Yeah, however you want to do it. That's fine.
All right, cool. All right, Inara, you next. And he just kind of like shoves you by the shoulder and like, go.
Very well. She'll just walk forward boldly.
Hold on to the rope the whole time. Hold on to the rope.
To boldly go.
Where no Inara has gone before. That's the song you're getting, Ooh. So yeah, one at a time. We'll let you guys hold the rope, and then we'll go through at the last thing.
Sure,
and
go ahead.
We're doing this. What way do we want the Hogram? What way do you want the bat to go next? What way is that gold trail going?
The gold goes north, but there looks like there might be a room west.
All right. Wherever you want the bat to go next, just let him go, because like I think I'll go blind and like use the bat and his senses as Saf helps lead me back through the cloud last after everyone else goes.
So which way is the bat going? The bat goes to Holmgren, and where's he going from there? Which direction?
North.
Okay. So the bat heads north, and I'll say after being disoriented, it finds another passageway intersection going in all 4 directions with some more gold on the floor. And it flies back.
All right, you guys, you coming?
Ooh, I don't have the light.
No, you don't. So, Holmgren, you see that Saf is next to you, but he's like, where the hell is everything? Because Milenko has all the light, and he's not here.
Okay.
I'm going to use something I have not used yet at all. I'll take my Shard of Creation and make it a little light source.
All right. And is that like normal light?
Any object. Where to go? Where it says transform. You can use an action to transform into any type of non-magical weapon, shield, or any object of medium size or smaller. So yeah, what's it called?
So it's 60-30. It's like a normal torch.
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with it. And do you have any? Does that take away any of your other creations that you have? Because I think you.
No, this is the Shard of Creation, not an augment.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right, fair enough. Still learning.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it can't actually be used. Other than you can use it to make a weapon, it doesn't. You can't use it for much else yet.
Okay.
That's still pretty handy though. Right now, I have the different torches. We do have torches, by the way, guys. I'm sorry I didn't give you guys any more, let you know, but we can have an extra thing burning as well, you know.
So now I have a torch that is a glowing purple color, but yet is giving off normal light.
I like it. So from now on, we got different things like gold path this way, our path this way, or whatever, and we're gonna keep to the bat going ahead of us, and we go that way. Or which way do you want to go, Holgrim?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious about the way the wall seems to open up to the west.
Hold on one second. As the DM undoes all these damn walls, which I did every effect I wanted except for movement. Okay.
No worries. I love it.
If you want, while you do that, DM, you could just have some time to undo all the walls in here and just tell us a brief description of the rooms, because we're just gonna chill in here until the bat comes back from the next path and lets us know what's going on, and then we'll send it down this path that we're gonna go on, and via V for the last one at the bottom.
So I'm gonna say that each direction you send it takes it to another intersection, each going in the 4 directions. The one to the north has more gold behind it. And give me 1 second. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Sure, why not? Okay. And I'm going to say, give me a second. I just need one of these. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, here we go. Sorry.
Antsy, Holgrim.
You got it. So, I mean, let's see here. Coming, sure. So you find that coming out of the mist, why do I have 2 of these? 1 second. Oh, because one is the... Yeah. Let's use the official one with the actual official shit. You got it. I mean, coming out of the mist from different directions, because you made a fair amount of noise, are 3 minotaurs.
Would Inara have had time to cast her Quicken onto Save Register, or would it be too surprised?
I think too surprised in this case.
Okay, no, it totally makes sense.
That's my bad. Sorry, guys.
Oh, all good.
No problem.
Hey, we're exploring. We're bound to run into something. That's how it is.
Let's.
You're just
So
a miniature magnet.
that's true. So I suggest we um before we get into it, back up into this one corridor where apparently they haven't gone yet, or do we want to just like get into the square in the middle and like back to back it?
We're engaged, so there's no moving.
Yeah, you're engaged.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
gotta.
it is
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna have to do back to back.
it is 9:45. Do you want to start this combat now, or do you want to go for it next week?
This is probably going to take longer than I have left today.
Probably.
I think I'm in the same boat.
Okay.
all right. My first reaction is definitely gonna be casting a mirror image. Yeah, for sure.
So we'll say we'll just start combat next time, and hey, you're in a maze, and if you're in a maze, there's going to be minotaurs. It's just the way it is,
Especially in 1E.
especially in 1E.
Oh yeah.
Though, if you've read anything about the labyrinth from Cobalt Press, that's coming out next year,
Void Minotaurs.
they're certainly there too. Yes, indeed.
All right, so is this
Did
like
you say void minotaurs?
What's that?
Did you say void minotaurs?
I'm just guessing.
Not here, but like the labyrinth and Cobalt Press is all about the void. That's their thing,
I see.
which is very
Cthulhu.
yeah, I suppose so. I'm really catching up. I don't know how much void lore they. I mean, they certainly have a crap load of lore and Cobalt Press, but I haven't stumbled upon too much void stuff yet. So I'm guessing either I don't own the book or I'm really gonna find out when I get the stuff in June. But
Yeah. I think Void is new, but the concept from what I've read of it so far fits perfectly with some of the lore in my homebrew world that I'm writing.
nice.
If you're familiar, and I groan at this because I do not like the movie, but if you're familiar with the never-ending story, The Nothing.
There you go. Okay.
I had the pleasure of getting to have my mom read me that story when I was really little in like the original German, which was very cool.
oh wow.
Very sick because she's German,
Yeah.
so she
My little brother, who is 11 years younger than me, was absolutely obsessed with that movie growing up, and no matter what anyone was doing when he wanted to watch that movie, it went on the TV. So I saw that movie 2 to 3 times a day for over a year
Oh boy.
on VHS.
wow.
On VHS.
Wow.
You wore out the tape.
Oh man, I was so sick of that movie.
Sounds like you are still sick of that movie.
Just a little, just a little.
Just a little, yeah. Well, that's awesome. Sorry, I kind of put us in this predicament, guys. Do we want to try to kick their three asses, or do we want to like try to like disengage and like run away real quick after like out next week? Like,
I don't think Saf is safe is scared, but he is not very smart either. So
And I don't think I don't think there is any running away from this. They've got us on 3 sides.
no, yeah, I mean they've kind of boxed us in, so it'll be hard to run.
Well, let me put some more off to the side because you guys are on the same spot. All right, I was wondering where she was. All right, cool.
But if you wanted to swap me and her, I'd be totally fine with that.
I'm sure you would. That's fine.
shit.
All right.
Well, Inara, you're in a bad spot, so I think you might have to disengage. And like,
No, it's all right. I got a lot of good bonus actions, so I'll be okay.
all right, cool.
No fear. I like that. Just like jumping into a pit of fire.
Then maybe I'll come over there and I'll help you with my tumble action, because like my bonus action, I could just like bloop and be right over there.
Hey, at least we did one thing right. The crawfish is in the middle where he can heal everyone.
Yeah.
Um,
This is going to be intense next one, but I got a couple of cool slapstick spells I'm willing to throw out at them, like kicking them in the balls or making them slip on some goo. Like I can't wait.
I just hope that I roll a good initiative so that I can put Fairy Fire before Safe goes and has to use Reckless Attack.
There you go.
Yeah, don't use. Yeah. That's great. I like that idea.
Well, he'd appreciate that.
Didn't I give you no, you already used it for your another roll. Never mind. Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, that's all right. Cool. Well,
all right.
Excited for next week.
I'll see you all next week. Thank you all.
All right.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks.
You got it. Bye.
Bye.
Be well, everybody.